Today, I fucked up by assaulting a small child. So, I'm the general manager at an upscale Japanese steakhouse, the kind of place where they do the hibachi grill in front of you and charge you $20 for a plate that's 75% rice. Anyway, it's Friday night. We're balls to the wall busy, and like most restaurants on a Friday night, everything is generally chaos. I currently don't have an assistant manager, so at any one time, I'm doing 8,000 different things by myself. So fast forward to the peak of our rush hour tonight. We have a group of 25 8-year-olds show up to eat at one of our little fuckers' birthdays. That's 25 8-year-olds that are being supervised by 4 adults. In other words, it's pretty much my worst fucking nightmare. So I'm running around trying to make sure the other 150 plus customers are being taken care of, all while these prepubescent little shits are treating my restaurant like it's a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese. Meanwhile, the 4 adults are at the bar drinking, presumably because they've been put in charge of 25 demonic hellspawns. You the manager, nigga, kick these shits out. At this point, I'm so busy that I don't even have time to be concerned about these little demons or the worthless parents that should be trying to control them. I'm standing in the lobby when I see a waitress flag me down from across the room. I'm making my way through the crowd that's amassed in the lobby, and I'm moving at a pretty brisk pace. Suddenly, I have one of the hostesses behind me shout my name, and I do a very abrupt 180 turnaround and see what they need. It was in this 180 turn that apparently I forgot how to control my arms. I turned around so quickly that my arm swung out in a weird kind of sweeping arc, and the large-faced, very heavy metal watch that was on my wrist makes the most solid contact imaginable with this 8-year-old's forehead. I hit that kid so hard I half expected someone to pop out of the crowd and yell, "World Star!" My watch actually cut the kid when it hit him, so he's laying on the ground bawling and bleeding everywhere. I'm standing there staring at the kid in shock, and the kid's dad, who just happened to be one of the 4 adults, has now left the bar and is making a beeline right for me and his confused 8-year-old. The guy immediately gets in my face and starts screaming at me for hitting his kid. At this point, I'm still trying to be all about customer service and trying to calmly and politely explain that it was an accident and I'm extremely sorry. The dad continues to be a massive asshole, accusing me of assaulting a child and threatening to call the police. Finally, I just snapped. I always treat customers with respect and kindness, even when they're being belligerent and douchey, but I just couldn't deal with this guy. I blow up on him and ask what kind of shitty father sits at a bar drinking with a horde of children he's supposed to be responsible for, running around a restaurant unsupervised. I tell him if he gave a shred of a shit about his kid that he would have been watching him, and this never would have happened. At this, the father becomes irate. He starts screaming about what a shitty restaurant we are and about what a shitty manager I am. He grabs this kid, who's still crying and bleeding, by the arm, yanks him off the ground, and proceeds to storm outside, streaming a slew of profanity as he leaves. About 15 minutes pass when suddenly 2 police officers walk in with this guy riding their coattails like he's hot shit. The police come to question me, and they're very curious as to why I would punch a kid in the face. I explained to them it was all a complete accident and a total misunderstanding. I explained how everything was caught on the restaurant security cameras and I'd be happy to show them the footage. They watched it, agreed that it was a total accident, and cleared me of any wrongdoing. And when the cops go to leave without me in handcuffs, the father becomes absolutely furious and starts screaming at me and the police officers in the middle of the lobby. The cops begin to explain to the man that he needs to calm down before they're forced to do something. This makes him even more mad. Then I mentioned to the police officers how the guy never paid for the drinks he had at the bar and how he just walked out on his tab. Now, I realize I may have caused brain damage to this child and probably could have let him have the drinks to compensate, but fuck that guy. When I accuse the guy of walking out on his tab, it becomes too much for his insignificant little mind to bear, and he snaps. He lunges at me, swings, and totally misses. I jump out of the way as the cops take the guy down and slapped the handcuffs on him. The police then dragged him out to the front door while he was screaming at everyone he possibly could scream at. And that was the last we saw of him. At least for tonight, anyway. Too long didn't read? I run a restaurant. Large group of unsupervised little shit show up. 8-year-old little shit not paying attention to me, and I'm not paying attention to him. In a whirlwind of fast-paced movement, and a large metal watch collides with his face and basically knocks him the fuck out. You got knocked the fuck out! Little fucker's shit stick of a father flips out. Chaos ensues. Well, damn. The top comment here reads, "This is not a fuck up. It's high-quality justice porn." You know what? For once, I can agree. Did you like this fuck up? Then like the video. Did you not like the fuck up? Click that thumbs up button and it'll be sure to notify me. I'll get right on, making quality content.